Okay, this seems to be working, so I'm just going to go ahead and go. Here is my training fodder, Desmond, and here is where we're going to go into the Coliseum and train this sucker up pretty fast. I'll only go through a few levels, probably only like 5, maybe 6. So, right now I have Lapis and ISO. They're my 2 fodder trainers at the moment. Let's get Desmond in there. There he is. So, just real fast, I'm going to show the stats for ISO and Lapis. They're about the same. So what you really want to focus on is quickness and strength. You're going to need 3 berserkers, 2 ambushes, eliminate, and scratch. All the rest is optional, but I really recommend having your elemental slashes in there as well as shred. Guard is very, very optional. I rarely use it. Lapis again, 3 berserkers, 2 ambushes, eliminate, scratch, shred, and elemental slash. The only difference between these 2 is 1 strength point as well as vitality. Agility is useful, but it might be better to delegate any extra points you have into vitality just because it might help them last a little longer on the battlefield. So, without further ado, let's get started. Oops. Hang on. So, previously I always trained in the mire simply because I'd be able to take down an enemy with just 1 scratch plus an eliminate, but the mire build got bumped up a little, so they're a little stronger now. I actually haven't been in there since they got bumped up, but I've been doing great in Ghostlight Ruin because it's about the same as the mire used to be. So, first you're just going to build up your breath. Doo-doo-doo. I might put some music in later. Oh, there goes Desmond. Rest in pieces. Agility is good because it helps you get critical hits in, as well as dodge. But, again, not totally necessary. So now he's already up to level 3, so that's good. So again, just 1 scratch plus eliminate. 1 scratch, eliminate. 1 scratch, eliminate. That is all you need. The ambushes will let you get in strikes before the enemies can get in attacks. Look, he's already level 4. Yay! Of course, the first few levels are always easy, regardless. You also want to watch out for elemental users. Oh dear. Because that is why. Because of critical hits. I guess other tips I have is just go for the physical strikers first. Because... oh dear. And if you hit a boss, just restart. Yeah, go for the physical strikers first, leave the magic users till the end because there's always a chance that they won't attack at all. When it's just 3 that you're fighting, you'll be fine. They won't even have a chance to attack because they'll have to use meditate first. But, even in groups of 4, sometimes they still don't attack. Like right now. Thank you, Lux Spectre. Being very agreeable. Go, Desmond! Yeah, 1 damage. And eliminate. There we go. So, yeah, that's really it. It's a long, tedious process that is kind of boring at times, but, you know, it works out. I like to keep their breaths at the same spot, just 'cause. And regarding bosses, I said you should restart whenever you hit one, but it really depends on where you think you can, like if you think you can beat them, where you are in terms of health and breath, because there are 2 ways you can go about beating a boss, and it kind of depends on what kind of boss they are. So if it's a neutral boss, then you're just going to try to use eliminate if you try to take it down. Even though using eliminate will drain your breath, you probably will still want to do it anyways. Oops, that was a mistake. Oh well. So that's for if it's a neutral boss. If it's a boss with a typing, then you might want to delegate your level 25 trainers to be good against that typing. So for example, in the Ghostlight Ruins, the boss is a nature type, and both Plague, which is ISO, and Ice, which is Lapis, are good against nature. That is why they have their elemental slashes, because each slash deals over 1,000 damage on a critical hit. Yeah. So, you're already level 6, aren't you? Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. I don't know if there's much else to say. Items, I guess? Potions? I never use them. As you can see, they just kind of build up. The only time I really ever use them is if I'm in a boss battle and it's down to the wire and I really want to beat them and they're like 2 hits from dying. Or if it's in a group of 4 and there's only 1 enemy left. Otherwise, it just isn't worth it. If you think you're going down, then... oh my goodness. If you think you're going down, then just reset and you'll be fine. Keep in mind, you can reset the Coliseum just by hitting the refresh button or by hitting any link. And you can do it in the middle of a fight, but you have to make sure it is your turn. So that way, you know, the enemies won't be attacking you and you won't die without knowing it. And, you know, even if you do, then just feed your dragons, get right back in the Coliseum. It doesn't take long at all. That fun times I missed. Yeah. I'm a little tired, so my aiming isn't very good. Quick aim, quick aim. Yeah, we're almost at level 7. We're getting there. Yeehaw. Yep, this is what Coliseum grinding looks like for me. I think the first time I tried to make the Coliseum team, I spread out all the stats evenly, and that I couldn't get past level 11. It was pretty bad. And then I tried, and I heard about the glass cannon build, but I didn't quite follow the level 7. I didn't quite follow the guide. I just kind of did it to my own volition, and it worked out. It took a long time. It happened during Night of the Nocturne, so we would my Coliseum team would just train the heck out in the arena until they leveled up to like level 23 or something, and then I got them into the mire and the kelp beds, and it was good. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can take this guy. Yeah. So the guides are definitely good out here. All right, good place to start. All right, I can take 2 hits. Can I take them? No. All right. I think I'm gonna end the video here. Just because I don't think there's really anything else to show. Except he's level 7 now. Hooray! You don't have to delegate stat points if you're just exalting fodder. Sometimes I do, just cause. But, yeah.